So I've been asked to make an update, and I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, I get a little anxious on video sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I know everyone's been having a lot of anxiety lately, considering what's going on in the world, and that's completely understandable. I am not immune to that. It's funny because most of my life I've been dealing with, I'm no stranger to anxiety, that's for sure, but most of my life I've dealt with, mostly depression. So the fact that I've been having anxiety like almost nonstop for several months at this point is really, it's really a new experience for me, and especially because I was doing so well up until probably the beginning of this cursed year. Um, and now I'm just trying to, probably like everybody else, just hold everything together to get through it. But even before the pandemic really started getting serious, I was dealing with some feelings about imposter syndrome, which, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's the feeling that the success that you've had in the past, you weren't worthy of it, you didn't deserve it, and soon someone's gonna just discover that you're an imposter, that you're faking it somehow. And it even can make you feel like you don't want to start any projects because you don't feel worthy of completing them, or you don't feel like you are smart enough or a hard enough worker or whatever to succeed. And that's mostly what I've been dealing with. I can't, I mean, I've had a career, I guess, but, nothing where I'm making that big of a difference exactly. And I want to change that, but it's been a hard process with all of the things that I've been through in my life. And especially now, it seems to amplify. Like, I see many people putting their lives on the line to help other people, and that's fantastic. And I have a desire in my heart to help as well. So I guess I just have to find that inside of me and try to bring it out. But yeah, everyone's been going through an anxiety period. But I want to just share a little bit about my personal experience over the past few months, including what I've been dealing with at school. So yeah, since last term, it's been really hard for me to think. Like, I haven't experienced this really ongoing from the beginning of my studies in late 2016 when I started University of the People, and it's like today. Assignments are due tomorrow. You're supposed to do your discussion forum, by like at least Monday, right? At least that's how I perceived it. And I've been staring at my screen to read the assigned readings, and it's just so hard for me to get through it, which I haven't experienced. I've dealt with the tougher subjects. I'm officially a junior now. I'm trying to get my bachelor's. So this period on is going to be like the harder classes. But right now I'm taking analysis of algorithms, and I learned a lot about that last term. But, so I'm not unfamiliar with the subject, and I know I can do it, but it's so hard for me to sit and think. Like, all I seem to want to do is just do things with my hands. And I've been making my own masks, and I've been making my own hand sanitizer. I'm actually out of alcohol and don't really know how to get any more at this point. And I've been gardening, and I've been making soap. I've been making my own soap. I've been cleaning and organizing, and just everything I can think to do with my hands is what I want to do. I can't even say I've been watching TV, or like, I've been on my phone a lot on Reddit, but I've spent hours a day looking through the coronavirus and COVID-19 subs just to get some kind of feeling for what's going on in the outside world because I haven't left my house. But yeah, I spend hours a day doing that. I can't honestly say that I have any anxiety about that per se, because that is a fact-finding thing for me, and I just want to see what other people are talking about. And I've been posting a lot more lately too. And I'm the moderator for the University of the People subreddit, which is UO People. So if you are interested in joining that, I've been putting some energy into that, and I will continue to do that. So it'd be nice to have you guys in there if you're not already. I last term I wanted to withdraw, but I decided to push through because I've been trying to make it so that I push through the anxiety that I have instead of just altogether quitting, because that's what I used to do in the past. Is I would get to this point where I would just be way too depressed and I would just, I would crash and burn. And I'm trying not to do that anymore, but it's really hard right now especially. And so I know that my school performance is down. I'm trying to do all the assignments, but I'm kind of waiting until the last minute and then not really doing a service to my classmates. But I'm actually making this video right now because I'm procrastinating even more. I started looking at my assignment and I was like, I can't read this right now, so I decided to make a video for you guys, and then hopefully when this is over I'll go back to doing that. But yeah, so I know everybody is worried about the world right now. I will give you a list of some things that I have read about that have happened in the world so far. Locusts, volcanic eruptions, radioactive fires, food insecurity, tornadoes, pandemics, obviously, and the economy, healthcare. These are all things that have happened this year, like 2020. I mean, what the heck, 2020? What is going on? But there is some good news. Pollution is down temporarily until everybody gets back into the swing of things. That's good, I guess. I can say that I am glad, that I am grateful that I'm able to stay home at this point. I have not left my house in several weeks. And I'm also especially grateful to retail and restaurant employees and delivery drivers of all kinds. I know how hard the former is because I've experienced it, because I've worked in fast food and I've worked in retail, and I know how hard those jobs are when you're not worried about your health or getting sick. I've seen a lot of horror stories from people who work those jobs, and customers being nasty and employers not really, especially in the United States where I'm from, employers not really, a lot of them are doing what they can for their employees, but, a lot of other companies don't. I don't know. It's really unfortunate. A lot of the flaws that our society has, especially in the United States, seems to really be blatantly obvious right now. And, I hope some positive changes come from this, but yeah, it's overwhelming to think about all these things that have been going on, and then to go into work and be treated poorly by customers who are also having anxiety. And it's really unfortunate. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who's working in retail, everyone who's working in fast food or the restaurant industry, and like I said, delivery drivers of all kinds. Bless you guys, seriously. Society would completely crumble if it were not for these people. And essential employees, definitely. One other thing I do want to add, I think my country, the United States, is offering a stimulus check for individuals, and it's like $1,200. And I haven't received mine yet, but I expect to be receiving that. And it's funny because I'm actually going to be using that money to stimulate the economy. I've decided that I want to start an home-based business. So you know, it's gonna take a while for me to get that up and running, but I expect to have something together by the end of the year. You know, able to really, I mean, depending on I need to source some materials that are hard to come by these days for my project, but that's my plan as of right now. So I'm just kind of using this time to, excuse me, to think about what my moves should be to make the most of my money there. But so hopefully that goes well. And yeah, the only other thing that I really wanted to talk about was just try to get by day to day, I guess. That's what I'm doing right now, just taking every day one day at a time. After I'm done with this video, uploading it, I'm probably gonna go do some studying, even though it's really hard right now for me. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I plan on continuing to do. I don't want to take a leave of absence. I want to just do my best to get through, and hopefully this will be, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say to people who are struggling with, you know, family members or, you know, relatives who are, or friends who are passing away from this virus. It's really hard to watch what's happening in the world. But, you know, like I said, I'm just going to do my part by staying inside and trying to get through my homework, as difficult as it's been, which anxiety is not fun. So if you guys are struggling with this too, I just want to say, just remember to take it one day at a time, and we'll get through it. So yeah, again, I would recommend you visit the University of the People subreddit, which is UO People. And I am a moderator there, and if you have any comments or suggestions, you can go ahead and leave them. I stickied a thread about some changes, so if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave some suggestions there. It would be excellent for me. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and please stay safe, guys. Take care.